Good morning again, and this is Donna Berry. I am your Builder's Risk Underwriter, and I appreciate you joining us today to go over the Builder's Risk Program. So today we're going to go over just a real high-level overview of our guidelines and then discuss a few recent success stories that are taking place within your area. So just to show you what we have been taking a look at with agents, local agents in your area, and how we could possibly help you with very similar risk. Our program is offered online, so we do offer it through a quote, bind, and issue online portal. And we took a look at our the leading competition out there and very similar websites, and we cut down our underwriting questions to have 15% less clicks. So we only ask the very pertinent questions for that type of risk. So as you go through the online system, you will see that there are some cascading questions. Based on how a question is answered, the questions that are pertinent to that will follow. So hopefully you'll see that it's a very quick process. And we do release underwriting holds very quickly. We do have a 24-hour turnaround time. However, if you need something sooner than that, I am available to take a look at the submission and see what we can do to get that to you quickly. The program is a standard Builder's Risk program, so it is admitted, except in the state of Montana, California, and the state of New York, but everywhere else it is an admitted product. And we have guidelines for new construction and remodeling for both residential and commercial structures. So we're going to go through some specific guidelines, but I'd like to leave you with one message or summary of our program is we do want to help you with builder's risk. So pretty much any builder's risk project that you are working on, we'd love the opportunity to get a chance to review it with you. We are very proud of our coverage form. We have 16 automatic additional coverages built in. They have very generous sublimits that can be increased if needed. But we do offer the 16 automatic, which one that I like to point out is $100,000 in soft cost is automatically included in our base manual rate. So very competitive. And you do have a dedicated builder's risk team. I will be your underwriter, and we do have additional staff that are available to help you. So would love to get to know you and work with you on some builder's risk. I want to take just a minute to talk about new construction. So any new construction that is going on in your area, we will be happy to take a look at with you. Our frame capacity limit is 8 million. So any frame project up to 8 million, we can review. We will have additional questions if it's over 5 million, but we can take a look at those. All other construction types, we can go up to 25 million. We have the ability to tailor the coverage terms as low as 3 months to 36 months. We have extremely flexible rating, and we can customize the coverage options. We do have several endorsements that are available in addition to our 16 automatic coverages. We have business income, loss of rents, green builder, contract change order, and flood and earthquake are available. For remodeling projects, we can cover the existing structure. We have extremely competitive rates for the renovation value and the existing structure. And all types of remodeling projects can be submitted. So we can take a look at very minimal updates to a building, a very short project, and all the way up to major structural projects. So anything where they're adding an additional story onto a building, where they're doing structural changes to the existing structure that's affecting the load-bearing structure of the building, we do have limits and guidelines around that. So any remodeling we can help you with. And once again, we do offer flexible terms. So those quick flips or those small remodeling projects, we can offer as low as 3 months all the way to 36 months. And just while we're talking about our flexible policy terms, We are very flexible on extension. So if we write the policy and coverage is needed after the initial coverage term, we will discuss what options are available. And we can make that to what fits the client best. So if they need it for 1 month extension, we can offer that, all the way up to 12 months extension. And that goes for both remodeling projects and new construction. So the extensions after the original coverage term are very flexible, and we will work with you as those needs arise. I wanted to talk a few minutes about remodeling. We do want to be your remodeling market, so just wanted to share with you the items that we need to make the process very quick and to ensure that you get the quote quickly and that you can present that to your client. We do recommend that all remodeling submissions start in the portal. So both for new construction and remodeling, the best place to get started is through our online portal. This way we capture all the basic underwriting information. We have a place for the scope of work. And most of the time, we can take a look at the remodeling submission, review the scope, and we can provide a quote without any additional interaction with you. So it's a very quick, seamless process. All remodeling submissions require a very detailed scope of work. So this is the information, what is going on with this project. In the portal, after step 9, there is an open field box where the scope of work is to be entered in there. So any information that you have on the project is to be included with the online submission. For minor to no structural projects, we do not require any additional information besides the basic scope of work. So if we can understand what's taking place on the project, we will be able to provide a quote for you. For the major structural projects, we do require a structural engineering report. So we do need to make sure that the existing structure is sound and can withstand the proposed changes to the building. So these major structural projects, some examples of those are adding a story to a building, adding an elevator, or any type of addition, any vertical type of addition to the building, removing or repairing any load-bearing features. So if they are adding a load-bearing beam or removing a load-bearing wall, we do require the structural engineering report. And it doesn't have to be anything real detailed, just a letter from the structural engineer stating that they have reviewed the project is sufficient. So we just need that confirmation from the structural engineer that the building can withstand the proposed changes. And most of the time with a major structural work, those letters are already available, so they're not very difficult to obtain. So we've gone over just a high-level overview of our program. So just to let you know, we do want to take a look at your new and remodeling projects. Wanted to take just a few minutes to go through some of the recent success stories and examples of the business that we have written in your area. So we'll just go through a few of these. These are just a sample of what we've come across recently, and we'll be happy to work with you on anything specific that you have on your desk right now. So the first one is a renovation project of a church. So the church offices and the meeting rooms are being remodeled. The total value was $6.3 million. This submission, even though it was a large value project, was entered online with a detailed scope of work. So we were able to review and underwrite this account with what was provided through our 9-step portal process. Due to this being a church and it having some unique values for the existing structure, we were able to offer this on stated value, and we customized the terms to 9 months. So on this one, we were able to tailor the terms, adjust our valuation on the existing structure, and it was a very quick process because it was started on the portal. Something that we are seeing a lot of recently are build-outs to meet the needs for specific tenants. So sometimes they're called tenant improvements or a build-out of a unit within a strip center or a condo building. So these are just a build out of an existing structure where we are only covering the renovation project. So some examples are restaurants, fitness centers, indoor trampoline parks, medical offices. We are seeing a lot of those where it's a medical office where they just need to build out for the doctor's offices and the special equipment that they need to install. These projects are usually very short, so we are able to offer them on a 3 or 6 month term. And this was only the renovation coverage only, so we were able to provide a quick underwriting turnaround due to the scope of work included in the submission. So it's real important to enter these through the portal, provide a detailed scope of work. We are able to review the account in its entirety and get a quote out very quickly to you. Here's an example of some recent new construction. So this was student housing, joisted masonry. The value was $3.8 million. And on this one, they actually needed a longer term. Due to the value and the expected project, we offered a 16-month term, and this one was able to have flood and earthquake. So those are two optional coverages that are available. We do need to map the location to make sure that the coverages are available and apply the specific rates. We will discuss that as those requests come in. Here's another example of some new construction. This specific builder has various types of commercial structures. So they value from $500,000 all the way up to $1.2 million. The construction type varies from frame to fire resistive. The specifics for this one is we have created a relationship with this agent, so we know the builder's needs very well. So when we see a submission come through for this specific client, we already know that we need to customize the coverage terms, which is no problem. We have applied pricing on this one because they are a customer that we see a good volume from. So we adjust our manual rate. And since we are very familiar with this project, we can offer a very quick turnaround. Even for those higher value projects, we're able to offer a quote very quickly. Here's another example of new construction, which is a medical office. So one of those walk-in emergency clinics that you probably see in your area. We see there's one being built right down the street from us here. So this one was a $2 million project. The specifics on this one were pretty simple. The 16 automatic additional coverages met the need of the customer, so we did not need to increase any of the automatic sublimits. And the submission was entered through the portal. And due to the value and the location, this one flowed through our system. So where you are located, projects up to $3 million in completed value will flow through the system as long as everything else meets our underwriting guidelines. So you can provide the information, hit the submit application button on the portal, and the quote will be instantly emailed to you. So it can take less than a minute to get that email, review the quote letter. If you're satisfied with it, you can go back in and issue the policy or reach out to me and ask any additional questions that you have. So up to $3 million is, we consider that flow business where you can get a quote instantly. Here's another one that it's a custom home builder. So it's very similar to that custom commercial builder where we see various types of projects from. So this one is residential. Their values range from $500,000 to $1 million. This builder has multiple starts. I work very closely with this agent, and when they have a new start from the builder, they send me just very basic underwriting information. And since I have the builder and the loss information already in the system, I can provide a quote very quickly. And for this one, we actually don't even quote. When they send us the new starts, we go ahead and issue it for them because we already have the terms and the rating decided on. So this one we do write on a per project basis. We do have reporting forms available. So if you have a client that needs a reporting form policy, please give me a call. would like to talk to you about that. We have a lot of different options on our reporting forms regarding the terms that we can offer and the rating that we can apply. And on this example, this is another new construction of a hotel, which is $6.5 million, joisted masonry. On this one, due to the value, we did need to increase the property in transit and the property and temporary storage location up to $250,000. We automatically include $100,000 for those two coverages, but this did need to be increased at a very minimal premium. And in addition to that, we did offer flood and earthquake. So just an example of how we can customize the terms and provide a quote that meets the needs of your client the best. Another type of project that we are seeing on a more regular basis are hospice care centers or assisted living facilities. So this is a frame $6 million project. We did increase the automatic additional coverages to meet the need of the client, and then the builder knew that this was going to be a 14-month project. So we went ahead and offered a 14-month term. And in addition, if coverage is needed beyond the 14-month, we will offer a very flexible extension for them. So we could do it for 1 additional month or up to 12 additional months based on the need at that time. We do have a few additional underwriting questions that we ask when an extension is requested, but that is just to update our underwriting file to make sure that we are on the account that we agreed to be on, to make sure that there weren't any changes. So we've gone through a few recent success stories and just wanted to, in summary, remind you that we want to work with you on new residential or commercial, and renovations or new construction. So hopefully you've had a chance to take a look at our online portal. If not, feel free to log in and do a test quote. But we have spent a lot of time on our portal to make sure that it's a very quick process and that we ask all the questions up front so that we can offer you a quote. We have our 16 built-in core coverages, and there are no underwriting holds for new construction up to $3 million. So as long as everything else meets the underwriting guidelines, up to $3 million, you will get a quote instantly. We do offer direct bill or broker bill, and that's something that we can talk about when we are asked to bind the account. So here's my contact information. Please feel free to reach out to me, or you can also reach out to Jeff, and I hope that we can take a look at some of the builder's risk that you're working on. Right now, we'd just like to open up the line to see if we have any questions. Feel free to use your chat box that is located on the right-hand side of your screen to ask any question, and I will work on getting a response for you. But do we have any questions right now?
Hey, Donna. Yes, we have a couple questions that just came in. The first one is, what paper is this coverage written on?
It is written with Navigators Insurance. It is an admitted program.
Okay, next question. Are quotes received online, or is the information collected and a quote sent at a later time?
That's a really good question. The quote is actually emailed to you. So when you go through the portal, the very last step will ask, are you ready to submit this application? And you will select Submit Application. And this is only for the quote. So once you select Submit Application, the underwriting process takes place very quickly, and you will receive an email with either the quote letter attached, and that should be instant, or if the file needs to be reviewed by underwriting, you will receive an email from me to let you know that we received the submission and that we are working on it. So no matter what, when you hit that Submit Application button, you will receive a response, and it should be within a minute of hitting that Submit Application button of either the quote or a response from me to let you know that I'm working on it and that I will be in touch shortly.
If the quotes are approved, are you able to bind coverage online as well?
Yes, you can. So once you receive your quote letter, and if you are ready to move to the next step, you would go back into the portal, locate that quote, which you just select quotes from the left-hand side, and then your quotes will be listed. You would select the quote. You can make any changes that you need to if you need to add a mortgagee or correct any typos. There will be an issue button, and you will select issue, and the same process will take place, where once you select issue, an email will be sent to you within a minute, and the policy package will be attached. And I am happy to walk anyone through that one-on-one when you're ready to take that next step. If you'd like me to help you with your first few, I will be happy to do that. Just give me a call.
Okay, next question. How do you handle a condo project where the units are being sold as completed without the project being done in total?
For commercial projects, coverage is in place until 75% of the square footage is leased or rented to others. So we do have that built into our coverage form. For a large project like this, or any type of condo building, would like to talk to you just to make sure that we have the appropriate coverage in place with our basic form of 75% leased or rented to others. And then we do have some additional endorsements that we can add for permission to occupy. So just if you have a real specific one, would like to talk to you about that offline, and we can see what would be the best fit for you. But we do have several options for that.
Next question, can you consider historical properties for renovations?
Yes, we can. So we do have guidelines for historical. That's a great question. It does require a little bit more underwriting because we need to make sure that the builder has the experience. We need to make sure that we understand the entire project. But we do have guidelines for historical and would like to work with you on those.
Okay, another question. Can you discuss business interruption extensions?
I'm not sure if I understand the extension part of that, but we do offer delay in completion for business income. So if there is a covered cause of loss and there is a delay in completion, we do offer business income and loss of rents. So if you have a specific need on a specific client right now or just want to talk in general, give me a call and I can share those coverage forms with you and share the pricing with you. But we do have the delay in completion, business income, extra construction expense, and loss of rents. So we have a lot of options. So if that individual would reach out to me, I'll be happy to talk specifics with them.
Okay, if a project has already started, can it still be quoted using the portal?
Yes, we encourage all projects, no matter the type, to be started in the portal. If it's 30% or less and is new construction, that will flow through the system. But we can take a look at projects that are greater than 30% complete. We have a few additional underwriting questions just to make sure that we understand the situation, and we should be able to help you with that, just depending on the specifics. But any submission that you have, please get it started in the portal, hit the submit application button, and that starts the underwriting process. I am notified when the submission is completed, and that's when I take a look at it and will reach out to you if the project is greater than 30% complete or if there's any other holds or flags. I will be in contact. So any submission, start in the portal, and I will be in touch. I'm also available if you just want to talk about it before you put it through the portal. I'll be glad to just talk and see if it is a fit for our program, but most likely we'll be able to offer or help you with the situation that you have.
Do you offer agency billing options?
Yes, we do offer agent bill or direct bill.
Okay, final question that just came in. What is the turnaround time for a hold?
Our standard turnaround time is within 24 hours. It usually is quicker than that, but just depending on the volume in the day, it is 24 hours. I am available to assist with any rushes. I do know that Builders Risk has a very short fuse on most of these. So if you need something sooner, go ahead and submit it. And once you get the email from me, if I'm working on it, give me a quick call or email me and let me know, hey, I need this by noon or I need this right now, and I will work on it for you. So our standard turnaround time is 24 hours, but we know that you may need it quicker. So just give me a call and I will be happy to help.
Okay, no other questions are here at the moment.
Well, great. Well, thank you. Well, I do appreciate everyone joining us today, and I hope that I can work with you on your Builders Risk needs. Please give me a call or send me an email, and I will be happy to help in any way. So I hope you all have a great day, and thank you for joining me. Goodbye.